the mix, but let's pump the brakes. A $260 million lawsuit's got everyone awake. Derek Dixon's making claims, but they're just that for now. Allegations of harassment. Does Perry really allow? Dixon said Perry promised him fame, then left him high and dry. Told him to relax, but why would he lie? Sexual assault, manipulation, it's a wild ride. But remember, it's just allegations, so let's take this in stride. Now, here's the question that's burning real bright. Why do these allegations keep popping up with black men in sight? First, it's Cosby. Now, Perry. What's going on behind the scenes? Hollywood's got a dirty laundry list, or so it seems. Is there more to this story, or is it just another attack? We'll let the courts decide and see if there's any lack. Come on, Luke. Done him wrong, but it's just allegations. Let's not rush to judgment with these wild expectations. $260 million is a lot to ask, but let's hold tight. We don't know the full truth. Let's not pick a fight. Hollywood's got a history. It's a hot mess. But why do black men keep facing this stress? We're not saying Perry did it, but stay woke. The truth might not come out until the smoke clears. Let's take a note. It's the blues news. Anything can happen in this whole day. Yeah. Whoa, let me tell you, tribe, we'll do it again, same time, same place, and we'll do it. This is on the show. This has been the blues. Yeah.
Well, all right, y'all. Come on, get up at your seat. Bring the energy because it's time to start the Cassandra Show. Oh, yeah.
Yes! Hello, y'all, and welcome to the Cassandra Show. I need y'all to make some noise for my band, your band, our band for the Comcast.
Well, hello, everyone.
What's up, guys?
Hey.
Y'all are in the house.
Thanks so much.
When I tell you
You
that
in the house
blues-
yourself, loud and clear.
Thank you very much. I am very loud. Let's talk about clear. So listen, y'all, we have a wild show for you today. So we need y'all to go ahead and get all comfy.
Yeah.
Grab your bubbly beverage.
Come on.
And let's get this show started. Yeah. Whew. All right, y'all. It's time for We the People, where culture talks back, truth cuts deep, and nobody's safe from the smoke. Y'all, let's get into We the People. Woo, I'm gonna get rid of that thing right there. Somebody is blowing me up today. Must be my kid, needs some money. All right, y'all, let's move on to this first story. Let's talk about the Queen, Whoopi Goldberg. So she lit a whole fire on The View when the convo turned to Iran's human rights violations because sis said what a lot of folks won't. Being black in America ain't much better. She cut off her co-host mid-sentence and said, "Don't go there," before breaking down how black parents live in constant fear that their kids could be shot just for existing. Yeah. Now, Alisa Farah pushed back hard, saying America and Iran aren't even close. But baby, Whoopi wasn't backing down. Let me tell you what the translation is from Whoopi. Y'all can't understand this struggle if you've never lived it, period. Meanwhile, missiles are flying between Israel and Iran. But here we are, still debating if America's safe when it's never been safe for everybody. Come on, can I get some amens?
Amen.
From the men's?
Amen.
What's up over there, men's? My goodness, that's an interesting alignment that she has there. Very, very interesting. And then the pushback, because people don't want to see, America just doesn't seem to want to see itself like another nation, right? But in all honesty, it's exactly what she said. And I'm sorry, but truth does hurt.
Yeah, take care of your own problems. We got our own soil.
We got our own issues.
Our own issues, yes, that seem to be swept under the rug constantly. It's like a perpetual just unawareness. I don't give a care. Some call it privilege. You can call it what you want, but it's just not right. It's not right. Push back. Don't ever push back on a Black American when they're trying to express their experience.
The feeling, exactly.
Yeah, nobody has that right.
Because you can't tell. You have no idea. Trust us and trust someone like Whoopi when she tells you this is the truth. All right, let's move on to this next story. Y'all, the juror who just got kicked off Diddy's trial wasn't some fangirl. He barely knew the man. Fangirl man, interesting. So sources say he ain't into he's not into rap. He's into reggaeton. And no, he's not chasing clout, books, or interviews. He was just trying to do his job quietly until the court got sketchy about where he lives. Do you live in the Bronx or do you live in New Jersey? Now he's out, replaced by a 57-year-old Caucasian man from Westchester. Now, that shift alone might make you side-eye the whole trial. And don't expect any plea. This guy ain't saying a word, respectfully minding his business.
Wow.
What is going on?
Well, I didn't know anything like that happened.
I just found out that something like that happened. That's crazy. Luke, heads up.
Check this out. Come on. Anytime. I'll
Bam.
take that. Thank you.
Do something with that.
But it's that a normal thing that usually happens?
To switch out jurors?
Yeah, just like at
don't
this
know.
stage.
But based on the
major-
reason that they switched the person out and then who they switched the person out to,
yes.
I think that's a little red flag.
So they think the
right?
guy's trying to get a record deal or something?
I don't
like.
Isn't that crazy?
He's into reggaeton. Like, what is this?
The guy is like, I don't even like rap. I mean, that's funny. I'm not into rap. I'm into reggaeton,
I'm saying, like,
And they said it wrong.
saying that he doesn't like rap would be like something to qualify him more to be a judge in the case.
That's
so
what
he's
I'm
not
thinking.
really siding with Diddy.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
why they got rid of him? I think they just wanted
He
to
probably
switch
from
it
New
up
York
a
or
little
the
bit.
Bronx.
Anyway, as I always say, as we say here on the Cassandra show, y'all, time will tell.
Yes.
Let's move on to this next story. All right, y'all. President Trump's immigration crackdown just hit a boiling point. So over 2,000 more National Guard troops are being deployed in Los Angeles under federal orders, bringing the total to nearly 5,000 military boots on the ground. Got my boots on the ground. I don't know why I did that. It's.
I know why.
So y'all, Governor Newsom is fuming. He says these troops were yanked from wildfire and border duty just to help President Trump, play politics. And now California is suing the feds for overstepping state rights because they can. Meanwhile, ICE raids continue. Protests grow louder and the streets of LA feel more like a war zone. Legal drama is heating up fast because this ain't just about law, y'all. We said it again. We're going to say it again. We're going to say it again. It's about power, people, and perception.
PPP.
This is just about power, people, and perception. The 3 Ps.
Oh, man.
I don't understand. There's 5,000 military troops. Look at this on the grounds. How in the world is LA supposed to feel like America when it feels like a war zone?
Why is LA getting picked on for this?
Well, he's saying that LA has a lot of immigrants there.
Of course.
But we all know that President Trump does not like Governor Newsom.
Okay, because New York has a lot of immigrants too.
Period. He doesn't like California. I think we've all heard and read enough about him, not feeling very positive about the West Coast. So it's interesting that all of these troops are being deployed there, but I'm not surprised. I think everyone also said that it seems that he wants these kind of things to happen so he can call in, what is it called? Martial law.
Martial law.
So martial law is when there's something going on, there's an uprising going on, and then the president has complete control over everything. So everyone said that we need to be careful because this is a way that he can also hold on to power. So if he calls martial law, then guess what? No elections can happen. So many things just kind of go on pause because the country is at war. Yeah. So we need to be very wise about the way that we protest. And peacefully protesting should not be a problem. And Governor Newsom said that that's exactly what's going on in LA, is that there is peaceful protesting, but you're antagonizing people. So they're saying places are getting looted and all of those things. You have police for that. Until the governor calls in the feds and asks for help, this is considered overstepping federal boundaries because the governor does have a say-so if they need someone to help with civil unrest. But he says it's not civil unrest, that Trump is actually driving people into this space of insanity, anxiety, fear, all of that. Listen, y'all, we're going to take a short break. We'll be right back. We could talk about this forever, but we won't because y'all need a break. We'll be back. Don't go nowhere. For the culture. About. Hello and welcome back to the Cassandra Show. Y'all, for the first time ever, the NAACP banned a sitting U.S. president from attending their national convention. Now, President Trump is not invited. Not now, not ever, they say. The organization said it's not about politics, it's about protection. President Trump's policies, especially trying to defund diversity programs, are a direct hit to Black students and civil rights progress. Now, previous presidents, yes, even the problematic ones still got invited. But this move, it's the ultimate statement. You don't get to smile at Black voters after attacking their future. He says he and Jada let their kids say whatever, whenever, no punishment, just truth. Now, he regrets it big time. Whew. Are you all ready for this? To go deeper into this topic, I need y'all to welcome out to the lavender couch community advocate, Mr. Russell Drake. Woo! Russell Drake! Russell Drake! Hey, you better play that on. I love it. That was the most unique entrance I've ever seen.
I'm
you
honored.
play harmonica.
Thank you very much.
I play it on occasion.
I love it. Well, welcome to the show, and please have a seat.
Thank you. I'm honored.
We are honored to have you, and you are ready for the weekend. Juneteenth is here and ready.
Absolutely.
Yes. Tell us a little bit about how you feel about Juneteenth before we get into this.
I think it's wonderful that we're acknowledging Juneteenth as a national holiday. It allows people to embrace the culture of liberation. It enables other people who didn't know about Juneteenth to learn more about it. And I think overall it pushes the notion that we are free. We should be exercising rights, and it's the rights of all people. All we've ever wanted was equal rights in this country. Our people have fought in every war in this country. And we're citizens, and we deserve this holiday. So I think it's wonderful for the culture.
It is amazing for the culture. It was great to see you come in the room in the spirit of Juneteenth in your garb as well. It's beautiful. So let's get into this thing because, we can never speak enough about what's going on in this administration.
My goodness.
So can you tell us, what does this historic ban say about the current state of Black leadership and our willingness to draw hard lines for protection over tradition?
Well, let's go with that. Historic ban. You're talking about the ban that
We're talking about the ban of the NAACP not wanting him now, ever, after all the other sitting presidents were invited.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you, I think that's the best thing they've done in a long time. I think that's going to enable a lot of people to join, because we don't have to put a rubber stamp on people and say, oh yeah, let's invite them. We know what they think, so there's no need to bring them to the table and act like we don't pretend anymore. Say what you got to say and do what you got to do. We want to know who's on our side and what allies we really have, and he's made himself clear that he's not an ally. Don't bring him there. Don't waste our time. Let's really work on stuff to move our communities forward.
Well, that's exactly what's happening. Do you believe that the NAACP's decision was more symbolic or strategic? And can symbolism still create real change in this political climate we're currently living in?
Yeah, I think it was more strategic overall. I think it was strategic. Again, the people, we're done with the ceremonial things. The people really want to take action and formulate plans to move forward. They want to organize and structure. So they're very strategic in doing that. And I think this is a step in the right direction, and other groups should do the same thing. We don't need to get anybody's permission to be Black. We don't need to get anybody's permission to stand up for causes. We don't need that. We have a lot of talent and brilliance across the board. We have wealth. If you put the money together Black people spend in the country, all the monies we spend, we could be a nation that spends the 15th most in the world.
Yes, you better ask Target.
Yeah, they're feeling it. So we have what we need. We just need to organize and work forward.
It's so true. It's so true. And the position that the NAACP is in is not unlike President Trump, who just the other day, there was an assassination in Minnesota, correct? And I saw on the news, he said, I'm not calling the governor. He's crazy. And I was just like, how do you do that? So he's very clear what he will say, where he will go, what he will do. So then I think people are starting to take that same stance along with the NAACP, saying, hey, well, you're not welcome here. We don't want to talk to you. We don't want to see you.
You're right. And I have to say, that was one of the most shallow things I think I've ever seen in my life. After the tragic murder of some state legislators in the state of Minnesota.
Yes.
Not even to call the governor to see what's going on, to try to organize and provide any support. It's a slap in the face of the citizens there and across the nation.
I agree with you.
It's deplorable.
I agree with you. So how do you respond to critics, Mr. Drake, who say banning President Trump alienates conservative Black voters or limits dialogue? I mean, is all the dialogue worth having?
I think everybody's got their First Amendment right to their freedom of
to
speech
speak.
to say how
Yes.
you want to feel about
Okay.
it. If you think that's the move, then don't support it. I think there are a number of conservatives that know the 47th president is on the wrong path right now, and the path he's leading us on may get us all blown up if he keeps going that route. So
my gosh.
I think many more people are okay with them saying it. Again, you said President Trump said what he needed to say in grand fashion to his audience, and the NAACP has said something they need to say.
They are definitely doing
So
that.
the conservatives who feel like they don't need to be a part, that's okay.
Now, you're talking about we may get blown up. Are we talking about this war between Israel and Iran? And now, oh yeah. Tell us how serious this is.
It's very serious. I think if we're not careful, we could be on the brink of World War III right now. And it's very serious. It's nothing to be played around with posts on social media, jousting and trying to tout how big and bad our military is. It's not thinking about the lives and casualties of the matter.
Correct.
And it's not a game. It's real out there. And, trying to push us into it, we pay attention to the words that they're saying, and everybody keeps saying that we are involved, and even people in Congress on both sides of the aisle are saying, how did we get brought into this?
This is not our fight, is it?
It was not.
It's unbelievable. So it was very interesting. There was a interview between Tucker Carlson and what's the guy?
Senator Cruz.
And Senator Cruz. And it's interesting to see Tucker speak that way because normally I'm kind of against most of the stuff he says. How do you feel about the conversation he had with Senator Cruz about Iran? Asking him, do you know anything about Iran? And Senator Cruz knew absolutely nothing. He said that I don't need to know that. And Tucker said, you're talking about getting rid of an entire country where 93 million people live and you don't know anything about it. Talk to us about this. How can we go forth with something like this, not even understanding what we're dealing with Iran?
I think it just shows the gross incompetence that we're dealing with some people in the Senate and Congress, that they're just literally following the lead of the president instead of doing what they're supposed to do by the Constitution. There should be checks and balances. Only the Congress, U.S. Congress, can vote to put us into a war. And no, I don't think Congress has the audacity to do so. So many of them are just trying to defer to the president because they know voters will be disgusted if they themselves have put a vote forward and put our military into such a situation we should not be in. So it's terrible that he doesn't know that. He should know that information. 93 million people is a lot of people.
That's a lot of
people. That means there are a lot of innocents that would be obliterated if some people did that. And let's put that into context. In the United States of America, there are 49 million black people. That's how many black people. So that we have in the United States.
That's the 14% of us, yes.
Yeah, and keep in mind that's outside of Africa. The U.S. has the second largest population of black people in the world.
Wow.
Then you have Brazil, then you have the United States, then you have France, then you have Haiti. So
So it's so important for them to know the information, even though he's like, I don't go around remembering graphs and. It's important if you're talking about something that you should at least know what's going on over there. It's very interesting to me. So tell me, what messages in regards to going back to the NAACP, what message does this send to future presidents, black, white, Democrat, or Republican, about how they treat black communities between elections?
Yeah, it means you need to come with real substance. You can't just come up with words. You need to come with substance and actions so that you're supporting causes. And if you do something that's not in line with things we support, we're going to send a loud message that we don't need to hear from you.
Like what's happening right now. I think the message is very loud, not just from black citizens, but from citizens all over the nation that we are not in alignment with what's going on. So how do we balance the importance of inclusion and open platforms with the need to protect our people from policies that actively harm them? In 10 seconds, please.
I think we balance this by respect in everything that we're doing. Everybody in here has their own different platforms, and we elevate everybody. When it's your time to shine, we push you forward. And it's like it's Cassandra's day. It's Russell's day. It's for the culture's day, and we elevate each other.
Yes.
And we don't have to compete and compare. We can complement and collaborate.
I love that. Don't compete and compare. We need to complement and collaborate.
Yes.
With that being said, Mr. Drake, thank you so much. It's always an honor to have you here. To our viewers, God bless you. We will see you back here tomorrow for the culture.
All right, now, thanks so much for coming. All right, everybody at home, just scan that QR code at the bottom of your screen, because we've got so much more exclusive content for you right here only on the Cassandra Show.